Welcome to the Out in Westchester podcast. We are coming to you tonight from the Irish Bank, 230 East Hartsdale Avenue in Hartsdale, New York. 3 years now here in Hartsdale, right across from the train station. Visit theirishbank.com. They've got trivia every Wednesday. The Joker game downstairs, which I got to find out more about. And this is the only Irish bar in Westchester that I know of that actually plays hurling, Gaelic football, and rugby on their screens, which is pretty friggin' cool. My name is Frank Pellegrino. I'm joined as always by my incredible host, Liz Wadolski.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. This week we have two very exciting guests. To my immediate right, we have Suicide Girl and model Lux Suicide.
Hi. Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Great name too. What a great name.
It is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You just love it right away. Yeah.
Where do you get Lux from? Is there any?
The movie Virgin Suicides is a really old movie. One of the main girls who was slut-shamed, and which is a thing now. Back then they weren't calling it that. Her name was Lux. And so when you join the Suicide Girls group, their network, their community, you get to choose a name, and that was my first choice. Lux also means light, so I thought that was a little spiritual.
Nice.
It's pretty happy.
Yeah, that's
like
good.
a happy, fitting name.
Does every Suicide Girl have? Because I've noticed a lot of them have the word suicide in their name.
Right, it's like we're a sisterhood.
Oh, do they all have
Like
to
that's
have
our
it?
last name. Our last name is Suicide.
Because I just met Lindsay Jennings last week,
Yeah.
but I don't think
She's
she
awesome.
has a suicide name.
I think she was just, maybe she was Jennings Suicide? I'm not sure. She did at some point.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, at some point she did. I think it's smart, though, that she's going by her name. She's doing comedy, so.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Of course, if you don't know Suicide Girls, to my understanding, it's like an alternative model group that formed in 2000, 2001.
And it's nude.
It's nude.
Yeah, the website is nude. And it's very, pretty. I think it's pretty tasteful nudes. Yeah, it's sexy. Girls showing off their ink. What better way to show off your ink than nude?
Right, and most of the girls have ink or they have piercings or it's
And
alternative to what was going
You don't
on.
have to have tattoos and piercings, but you have an alternative beauty to you.
Right, going against
Yeah.
what was
The
being
norm, right.
hit on our heads for decades.
The mainstream.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm happy you're here.
Thanks.
And we're also joined by singer, actor, all-around Renaissance man, and our resident Irishman here,
Lunatic.
Gary Troy.
Thanks very much. Hello.
Who leads Rattlin'? The band Rattlin' in Westchester.
Yeah, I've been known to cause some trouble on the
Yes.
bars. Yeah.
Sure.
I was just watching some videos from your performances. A lot of energy, great music. It's like a lot of classic and harder rock songs that you guys
Heroin,
cover.
mate.
Heroin.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We scratch that. No. Very anti that actually. No. Rattlin' is about. It's a very very tight, small classic rock band, but we pride ourselves on our performance values as well. Like we won't do all the mainstream songs. We'll do songs on albums from maybe Queen or Zeppelin that are off the beaten track, so people will be like, "Oh God, I remember that one." So we're not going to be doing the same old song and dance, no pun intended. So we try to be a little different and stay our course. We don't. If you like Rattlin', you like us for that reason, that we do a little different stuff.
How long have you been together now in Westchester?
Frank, I was just telling Frank, we're really back together about 3 or 4 years now, but we were together in 2008,
Right.
and we had a keyboard player and a rhythm guitar player, and Carlo Fragnito. We'll get into him in a minute. Amazing.
Who does the music for our
He's a-
podcast?
Yeah,
he did
yeah,
the theme
did he?
music for
Yeah,
our podcast.
yeah. He's just a
It's
genius and the
phenomenal. It's
nicest
great,
bloke you'll
yeah.
ever meet. I mean, and he's just the most talented lad, probably the best live guitar player you'll ever see. But besides that, we were very busy, and our rhythm guitar player left because Carlo plays two strings on his one guitar. Like he can play rhythm and guitar at the same time. It actually puts him off having another guitar player. He's that tight. So we broke up for the fact that our schedules were not together conducive. I was on the road a lot as an actor, and I was gone traveling, and so we're sitting down with all these dates, and they just weren't working out. And we said, you know what? Maybe this is the man upstairs saying, take a little break, and we did. We broke up, and no hard feelings, best mates. And about 4 years later, 4 years ago, Lula, our bass player, bumps into Rags. He said, "Who are you playing with, anybody?" "No, I'm my own original, but that's it." And, "Would you be interested?" "Absolutely, let's do it this time." And we just came back bigger and more enthusiastic and more more wanting it more. Now we really have so much fun doing it. I mean, we just love playing, and we like to make people go, what are they going to do now?
Since you guys came back, what's been like some of your favorite venues that you played in?
Well, you know, we play Pete's a lot. We love Pete's, and but we just recently played a really cool, different venue in Harrison Summer Concert Series. And Liz, you were there, and you know, big stage, the whole bit, and we kind of like, you know, tried to take the leaves off the trees there, you know, a little bit, and we did, thank God, and it was great, and it was like a concert now, maybe a little bit.
I know. I was a little surprised there was no bar for you to get up on top of.
But
During every performance, he's such an entertainer. He's worth the cost of admission just to see this band.
Oh,
Besides
I have a memory
being
of this.
a great
God, you know?
singer,
Tell us your best rattle memory.
he jumps on every bar,
yeah.
and everybody freaks out. Like, grabs their drink,
I have
and
a
like,
rapport
"Ooh."
with Gary.
There
I
you
remember
go.
because I was bartending at Rudy's for 3 years. I just left there about a month ago, Rudy's sports bar in Hartsdale, and your band was playing, and you had a flag, and
Irish flag.
you had the Irish flag, and you jumped up on the
Always,
bar,
yeah.
and you were just going for it, and I was like, oh crap, the drinks. So me and the other bartender
everybody says.
we just got all the
drinks.
drinks together
I've
so
never
that you
knocked
could
one
do.
over.
No,
I've
you're
never
really
done it.
good. You're like
Good
a
tap
cat.
dancer.
You're so careful. So we got all the drinks out of the way, but I know like management wasn't thrilled. I'm like, well, I'm not telling them to get down. This is a good time.
So
Yeah,
wait.
you
I
killed
think
it.
they're
It was
mostly
awesome.
concerned about the lights, the tea lights hanging down. That's always what I'm afraid about
And
with
it's-
you. You're
yeah.
going to
Yeah.
I
knock
know.
one of them off.
It's gotten to the stage now when places come, you know, a lot of places ask us to play, and what's oddly enough now is they say, hey, listen, is he going to get up on the bar? He's going to go up on the bar, right? Now this kind of becomes a thing.
Part of the show.
Yeah.
You're going to get on the
Wait.
bar, right?
Yeah.
At Rudy's, the bar is nowhere near the stage.
I know it's
Oh, no,
miles.
Do you
He
have a
came all the
microphone,
way-
or are you
I
just
have-
dancing?
I have a cordless.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He came
Yeah.
all the way up. It was amazing. It was quite the show.
Wow.
I've seen a lot of bands at Rudy's, so
Come check
for
us
me to
out.
remember that.
Yeah.
You're the only band leader or singer that gets up on stage like that on the bar.
But you know,
Liz.
that comes from
Good
my
time.
theatre days.
Right. Fearless.
Because when in one show in particular, I did a lot around the country called Me and My Girl, and it's about it's an old classic English musical, and it's like the male rendition of My Fair Lady.
Yeah.
You know, rags meets riches, and he doesn't want to change his ways to get all the money. Long story short, and the whole ensemble and cast go into the audience, and he goes up on walks along these balconies, you know, like tightrope walking. It's crazy. He goes crazy, and I start doing that show a lot, and it became my thing. And so I love breaking down the fourth wall. I love bringing, if you're watching a show, I like to be able to break that wall and bring you in. Like we don't perform per se at a bar. We like to bring the audience to the party that we're having, and make everybody feel like, hey, let's have a party. And if you want to come up on stage, just jump up on stage and sing with me and do what you please. You know, just
That's
do
awesome.
it.
Those are
what's-
the best bands.
You know what's
though.
amazing
Bands
is
like that.
2 or 3 weeks ago, we were talking about this. We were saying there's so many bands, especially in Westchester, and they all look, sound, and act exactly the same. What advice would you have for anybody who wants to start a band to kind of separate from the rest of the pack, to stand out?
Well, first of all, as a frontman,
Yeah.
I think, or as an actor and taking on any role, whether you're using method acting or whether you're doing character acting or whatever it may be, you have to know what you are, what you want to do. Like, if I walk into this room and I want to know, I have a perceived idea of what I'm going to do. What can I do to make myself that I'm comfortable with? My thing is jumping up in the bar and getting everybody sing, with or without you. That's great. But that just, gave birth to itself, because I didn't plan that per se. It just, one night, it just happened. It just came out of me. And I think the advice to anybody who's fronting a band is to totally be like Lux. Walk out naked in your head. It's funny, in theatre we say, okay, so you're going to enter stage left naked. And what the director is saying to you is, lose all the inhibitions, lose it all. You're naked. You see it? You got it? Okay,
That's
now
it.
we can move on.
Be vulnerable. Just go.
And now we can go, right? You do.
Yeah.
Now we can go. Now we got all that nonsense and giggling out of the way. Now we can get to work. So my advice is to let yourself loose and stop worrying about how you look and how this and how you're holding your guitar and how you're doing this and how your hair is. F it, and just go and you'll find some comfort in your body that says, hey, something, I feel like, singing like a canary. Do it. Do it. Sing like a canary.
It's true.
Flap your wings.
Lean
Do
into it.
And you find, there's training techniques in acting for this, that you go around acting like a crazy person, and
Yeah.
it lets you just tear down your walls, and it lets you, like every night when I do a show, I try to make it a totally new, different show for me.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do the same thing. I don't say, oh, here he's going to do this again. No, because even the lads say to me, "Jeez, Gary, you just yeah, I know. Why'd you do it? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Just came out." So that's make yourself different, is to tear down your inhibitions, let yourself be naked, let yourself go,
Right.
and it'll carry you out, carry you.
We
Now,
all
one thing
have
that-
some uniqueness about us.
Yeah, everybody
and
does.
That's it.
Everybody
Whatever
does, yeah.
flows from you,
Yeah, you
and
know.
is authentic is the most. You know,
Yeah.
everybody feels it and goes
Right.
along with
Yeah,
you.
it's
Yeah,
attractive.
yeah, that's it, love.
But you're awesome in the way that also, like, you know that you have a strong band,
No.
and you let
only
Carlo
do it with
shine. You leave, you let Carlo do his guitar.
He's
and,
genius.
And
Oh.
when Lou's on bass and has to sit up there, you leave the
Liz,
stage
she's
and
right.
let them shine, which is also
it's
real
like
nice.
It's like a
yeah.
table,
Yeah.
it's a kitchen table. If one leg it doesn't balance, and
Right.
I'm just lucky enough, and I have the honor and the privilege to play with these lads. I mean, talk about accomplished musicians. I mean, they're just the best. I get excited on stage
Yeah.
with these lads.
They're amazing.
Lou is a genius bass player and a
Yeah.
fabulous singer. Our drummer is so tight; he just in the pocket all
Right.
the time.
All the time.
And Carlo, I call him Rags because he looks like a rag doll. So Rags is just so good.
Yeah.
I mean, he does things that I just can't believe. I shake my head, and then he does them better the next night. And he never makes a mistake. And he'll probably be looking at this, going to kill me, but it's the truth. I can't look at him on stage. I've told Lou this, because if I look at him, I get carried away.
I do too.
And I forget where I am. Oh, where am I?
I do
You know,
too.
Yeah, right?
Like when I
Yeah.
film you guys
Yeah, yeah.
and he starts playing that guitar, I suddenly find myself, I'm just zooming in on
Owns
him
it.
and his fingers and that
Owns it.
guitar because I'm just amazed at the
Yeah.
sound that he's getting from playing that instrument.
And he's playing
with
two roots on that
only
guitar.
himself.
Just him.
There's not a rhythm guitar backing him up. He does lead and rhythm at the same time.
I mean,
It's
if you check
really
out
great.
Carlo Fragnito,
Rock and roll.
you'll see him. He's a prominent. He's a known guitar player. I mean,
Yeah.
he's played with big name
He
people.
has.
Tony Martin, who was with Black Sabbath, and he's played with big players. People come out and say, "Oh my God, is that Carlo Fragnito?" Oh yeah.
I'm
He's a
definitely.
genius.
I can't wait to
Genius.
check you out. And another way people can check you out is they can see you at Rudy's in Hartsdale
yes.
September 6th, and then
Yes.
again September 28th, and then
Yeah.
even more exciting on September 14th. You're going to be playing it on Irish Fest in Mamaroneck.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So if people
Yeah.
want to see you, they can. Oh,
Please.
you have a website? Where
Yes,
can people
just,
find
well,
you?
you can just go on Facebook. We don't do the website thing. Facebook and Ratlin. Just
Ratlin.
Rattlin. Just type it in, and then you'll see all the crazy stuff. All the videos are there, and General Mayhem is there. You know,
I can't wait to see it. And you know
it's
what's
fun.
funny is what you're saying about the advice for leads frontmen. There's a difference, and I'm sure you can weigh on this, and you as following bands as well. There's a big difference between a lead singer and a frontman.
Yeah.
There really is, and someone like you stands out.
Yeah.
Where people, that's the front man of that band. Because you could take anybody with a good voice and put them on stage.
There's great
and-
voices everywhere.
Yeah, but that could be karaoke.
Yeah.
To be a
Right,
front man,
right.
it takes all these things that you're talking about.
Takes a lot of personality.
You know,
Yeah.
A lot of energy. That's what
it is,
he
and
has,
also
so much
it's also
energy.
like from an actor's point of view, and you act too, right?
Yeah, I come from a performing arts
You come from
background.
so you have to connect with an audience, and so if I'm singing to you guys here, I don't sing over you. I want to tell you the story like
Yeah.
I've heard it for the first time. Like I have a voice teacher in the city, and she's a lovely lady, and she's taught the best in Broadway. And you'd be singing, Joyce Hall is her name, and you'd be singing, and she'd say, finish the song, and say, Gary, that was fantastic. And I didn't believe a word of it. Now do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Act the song.
That's what they do.
Every song you sing, every performance, tell the story with your voice, and tell the story with your body, and tell the story with every ounce of your being. Tell the story. And then the audience will lift you to wherever you need to go. Audience should leave your gig humming the songs that you sang.
Yeah.
Right.
Or vice, or a
Right.
show, whatever it may be. And that's where I think that's where the theater training comes in handy, because
Yes.
film acting is great. I do a lot of that, but you get one chance in theater. Go out there, and if you're dancing, if you're doing your pullbacks or triple time step or whatever, you get one chance to do it. There's no take two. There's no take twos. There's now and now, and that's what it is about the
Right.
bands. It's now. You do it right now, or you don't get a second chance.
No, you got to bring the energy
And that's
like the first
that's the part
time.
that I love about live performing. It's like a drug. Oh, so great, so great.
That's really
Love that.
cool. Something exciting coming up in September. Lux, you're going to be hosting Addicted to Ink's Miss Ink pageant at the Westchester Tattoo Convention.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a mouthful.
I know.
You said it very
Wow,
well,
I can't
Frank.
believe
Well done.
I had to slow down to do that.
You did.
Addicted to Ink is one of the busiest tattoo shops in Westchester. They actually opened a second location, the second neighboring location. They're expanding into aesthetics. They do tattoo removal. I just got into aesthetics, so I might be working with them actually in one of their tattoo shops doing aesthetics. But they created this lovely little baby, the Westchester Tattoo Convention at the Westchester County Center. And they had this Miss Ink pageant going on, and they're like, you know what, this could use a little fine tuning. Do you want to take on this project? And I did it last year. And I got such a great group of girls, and I made it such a girl power thing. It's very like, it's like the anti-pageant. You know, I
Love
don't
it.
want it to be mean. No one's like pushing each other down the stairs. No one's clawing at each other to win. I like made it a whole networking thing. Hey, if you're in it, you're already winning. You get to network. You get access to all kinds of cool people and things and art and whatever. And then if you win, cool, you get some extra prizes. You know, but
What are the prizes they've got coming
so
this
this year they can win $500 cash, which that's an addition because there wasn't cash before. They get like free tattoo time. They get all kinds of merch from the convention. People do and offer different things. So they get like a big grand package. They get a spread in 24/7 Ink magazine. They get this can jumpstart a lot of girls' careers. Just being in the pageant, because a lot of them are aspiring models, aspiring tattoo models. So being in the pageant alone gets your name out there as, hey, you want to be a tattoo model. So they're already winning in that sense by joining the pageant. And now the winner will get all those extra perks. So yeah, it's just a fun like networking thing for the girls. I made it a very girl power friendly thing.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
For
That's
hosting. That is
Really is.
Really cool.
It's
has
fun. I was like, you
elevated
guys are
to
giving me a
another level.
microphone on a stage. Why would you do that?
So
and I was winging it, and it
great.
worked.
That's great.
So we're gonna wing it again.
How many girls are entering?
That's great.
I have 12 right now, which
It's
is
done.
a lot. I have 12 entering right now, yeah. And I booked 12 because you never know what's going to happen the day of.
Right.
Like last year we lost a few last minute, and then we had to add in a few last minute. So I booked 12. If I can get 10 across the stage, I'm happy.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I have a little waiting list now even.
That's good.
Yeah, that's never been a thing before. So now people are excited about this.
Is there an odds-on favorite, in your opinion?
You know what? I do kind of have favorites. Luckily, I'm not a judge, so I'm allowed to have favorites.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because some of the girls that did it last year are coming back to do it again this year to try and get the crown. So,
Yeah.
and I got to know them. You know, it's like, oh, I kind of like them because I know this about them and I know that about them. And the girls have like full-time access to me throughout the year. I've helped so many of them navigate the industry and the safety of nude modeling, because now with the internet, with social media, everyone is a photographer.
Of course.
Yeah.
And everyone is a model, you know, so you don't know what you're getting. So
Especially
I've been able.
with Instagram.
It's
And
it's a
your
dangerous game.
Your Instagram page is amazing.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you. It's
beautiful
growing.
shots
Thanks.
of you.
And I'm not a social media person. There are people that really have this down to a science.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not one of those people.
Do you hire a photographer to take those photos? Because they're
No.
really
They pay me to
beautifully-
take those photos.
Okay.
That's because I've navigated the industry well. So I'm
Alright.
trying to teach these girls, because a lot of people are out there just want to shoot for free, or a lot of them are just hobbyists. We call them GWCs, guys with cameras. They just pick up a camera and they're like, I think I'm a photographer today. Let's find models to come to my house and shoot. No, that's not acceptable.
My iPhone takes great pictures, by the way, with
Exactly.
portrait mode. Just in
Exactly.
case anybody needs me, I'll be a GWC.
A GWC.
Yeah. Great portrait mode shots. So, who's winning it?
Oh, I
I
don't know
want a
who's
name.
winning it. I don't know
Come on.
who's winning
It's a
it. No, you know
competition
what?
in
I was talking
September.
to John, one of the owners of Addicted to Ink. I have to actually tell him that I love short Italian fat men. He wants me to say that.
Short Italian fat men.
Short fat
There's
Italian
a
men.
lot
I
of them.
love them, and I just need to shout out John
that's
from
very
Addicted to
funny.
Ink. But no, we were talking about. He's
Brilliant.
like, "Do I have a good group? What do we got going on?" I was like, "It's going to be hard to. It was hard to choose last year. It's going to be really hard for you guys to judge this year. Like
Do
that's
we
my
get
goal."
passes? Can we come?
Yeah, you guys should totally come. Oh my God, imagine you could like
This
stream
is what's
live.
it called again?
Imagine you could just stream live from the
We got
convention.
passes for the
Can I?
Pleasantville Music Festival.
Can we come?
We
Talk
are.
to
I
John.
wanna see it.
I'm gonna kiss
Are you-
some John butt and get you guys in
Let's
there.
do it. September 29th.
Are you still getting sponsorships for this? Is that something that somebody?
You know
Are
what?
you having
I'll
tattoo
ask him.
parlors or anybody supporting
all
this?
kinds of shops and oh man, there's
there are
artists,
vendors there?
Artists come from around the world to
Right.
this. And there's actually a good group. I don't know the name of their, which I'm kicking myself for. I wish I knew the name of the shop, but this good group of Irish guys come from Ireland every year, and they're incredible. They're incredible artists. They win a lot of the trophies for best tattoo work stuff there because they're amazing, and they are so fun. They are in full-blown party mode the entire convention.
Most Irish guys that I know are all the time.
We have a bar.
Gary, you know anything about that?
Sorry, I was paying absolutely no attention to the last statement there.
Oh my
And this is
God, they are
Diet Coke,
such
by
a
the way.
party. They are such a party. Oh no, there's so many. There's famous tattoo artists that go. There's people from Ink Masters that show up. I mean, Addicted to Ink itself hires a whole bunch of people from Ink Masters TV show. So there's celebrity artists
That's big
there.
now, that Ink
Yeah.
Masters, isn't it? It's huge. Yeah.
It is. So I mean, if you're walking around the convention, you're going to see people you recognize from TV. It's become a really big deal in Westchester. So September 29th is the Missing pageant, but the convention is that whole weekend, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So
At the Westchester County Center.
Yeah,
right where I live,
and it's
right there.
the whole thing is such a party. There's acts on stage. It's just a good time. Lots of cool shops.
Let's see if we
Yeah.
can put something together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
that would be fun.
I'll get my first tattoo there, maybe.
Oh my
do
God,
they
could
do
you do that?
tattoos there?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, God,
They're
maybe
tattooing
that
like the
would be-
whole time.
Maybe
Wow.
that would be the one that would get me to do it.
Ooh,
Really?
yeah.
Have
Afraid of
any?
me life. No, afraid of me life. Big baby.
Really? I don't have any either.
Do you know why? Because I'm a man.
Really?
He's a big baby because
Women
he's a
rule
man.
the world,
We were
darling.
talking about
Rule
this.
the world.
They have like no pain tolerance.
Yeah.
I was telling Lux, I think it should be required reading that every man should witness a childbirth, like I did, and then you'd realise how insignificant we are on this planet.
You know what?
And there'd be no procreate, no kids.
I
Because
had
if
kidney
you're waiting
stones.
on us to do it, it's not
and
happening.
that's supposedly worse.
Yeah.
Yes,
What's worse?
kidney stones.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah,
I've heard
I
about
don't-
them.
I don't
Yeah.
want
No.
awful.
No.
Awful.
Can't do it, man.
I don't know about worse though.
I've heard it from from women and
Yeah.
men and doctors. It's supposedly worse. I don't know why men would
But
know that.
I think the labour goes on for so long, mate, and intense. And
I had kidney stones for a week straight.
Oh my God.
All right, I think some labor can reach a couple days.
no,
Right, right.
You
You're
win.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Ooh.
I broke a nail.
God.
Again, guys, we're coming to you from the Irish Bank, 230 East Hartsdale Avenue in Hartsdale, theirishbank.com, literally across the street from the Hartsdale train station. They have this really, really neat fantasy football draft special. You come in with your group of people, going to draft your football teams, bottles of beer, sliders and wings, 2 hours, $30 a person. Can you drink, how much can you drink in 2 hours? How many bottles of beer?
Oh my God. You mean are you counting Jamesons or just beer?
I mean, nah, just
beer.
Just
I
beers
could
in
I could
this.
do damage there.
You could. This $30 is worth it for you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
First 20 minutes. Yeah.
Plus sliders and
losing money
wings.
on
Not
it.
bad.
yeah.
Get your money on him.
Good deal.
Jesus.
No, please.
That's really
I'm
cool. A
only
lot
joking.
of places are doing
Good
this
deal.
now.
Yeah, it's a great deal.
And football season's starting, right? When is
Yeah.
that? It's coming up at the end of August, and they have this amazing screen. We're on the upper level.
Oh,
There
yeah,
are two
yeah.
levels to this place. We are upstairs with the upstairs bar.
It's really lovely
And
here.
it actually gets very crowded up here during football season because they literally have a whole huge TV that takes up half of a wall over there, which I think is the best
Oh, I see it where it
viewing.
comes down, yeah.
A
The
projector,
best
yeah.
Projector.
viewing in Westchester to see a game.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool right there.
Yeah.
And they probably have the Premier League on as well.
Better than
and,
any bar or
Yeah.
place I've seen
Rugby.
in Westchester.
Oh yeah,
You know?
Gary, they got
Yeah.
hurling, Gaelic football,
Yeah.
and rugby.
Yeah,
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah, you know all about
Beautiful.
that.
Did you know they have that here?
I just the woman just told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I knew this place was something else when I walked in. I said this.
Yeah.
I was here before, but it was whatever that other place was called.
You've always been here, Gary.
I've always been. Here.
You belong here.
Yeah, I know.
It really
I
is
know.
a great Irish bar, though. And even
It's lovely. The name is fantastic. The Irish Bank.
The Irish
Yeah.
Bank.
Yeah.
Brilliant. It,
It is a
really
good
is
name.
because you deposit most of your money in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. That's true.
I didn't
That's
either.
what it
That's
is.
clever.
Gary, do you know what hurling is? What
Yeah.
is hurling?
Hurling is like it's like a small hockey stick with ice hockey sticks. That have it's about this length. It's curved at the top, and it's a little hard cocker ball, and you have to balance it on the hurley as you run, and you pass it by hitting it with the hurley. And by the way, it's not like a golf club. You hold it this way, and my father was on the national hurling team in Ireland years and years ago, and he had this huge big mark on his skull from a hurley. I mean, you get war wounds like you wouldn't believe. But the thing about hurling is, it's like you score 3 points for a goal and 1 point for going over the bar, and it's so fast. And these guys are swinging a hurley, and what you have to train yourself to do when someone is swinging back with a hurley, how you don't get hurt is to walk into it. So that kind of defies when someone swings a bat, you kind of move back. That's how you get hurt. You have to step in to the guy swinging so you don't get hurt with the hurley. You know, like if he's hitting it, you step into his arm.
Okay, that makes sense.
I played it a little bit, and
it sounds like a field hockey stick.
It's like a field hockey stick, and you dribble the ball. You can bounce it on the ground, but most of them you dribble it. You can dribble it. You have to every 4 or 5 steps. You must dribble it on the hurley. You must bounce it on the top of the hurley, and someone can take it right off.
Wow.
It's so fast.
Can you use your hands in the game?
Yes. Okay. Yes, you can. You can grab the ball in the air and convert it for a point or for a goal.
Is there padding? Do they wear like
zero?
Nothing?
It's you and a hurley stick and a ball, and that's it.
Wow.
It's like rugby. There's no padding in rugby. I mean, rugby is. I played it once, mate, and because the Christian Brothers raised me in school, beat the crap out of me. But anyway, they made us play. If you wanted to play football or soccer, as you call it here, you had to play either hurling, Gaelic, or rugby. And I tried rugby once. Little bloke, wasn't going to work.
Rugby players are like big, right? They're big dudes.
It's fair tackling because you tackle from the waist down. You can't really get hurt per se because they're tackling. It's not like American football. It's like 2 trains running at each other with helmets.
Right.
Rugby is calculated tackles. You pull a guy down more than anything else. But even that, I was wrecked. I was in bits. And I back football, and I played Gaelic football. And
what's the main difference between American football and Gaelic football?
Gaelic football is like soccer, except for you can catch the ball and you dribble it with your foot. Every 5 steps, you either bounce it or dribble it, or you can punch the ball passing it. And you score a goal, which is worth 3 points, or you convert it over the sticks and over the bar, like in American football, and that's 1 point.
Is there padding in that sport?
There's no padding.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my
no padding.
God!
No.
They're
this
all
is
drunk.
crazy.
Don't you
Tougher than
understand?
us.
They're
They're
drunk.
way
They
tougher
have
than
this
us.
feeling.
I gotta tell you, and I gotta
Right.
tell you, the older you get, it's crazy. You do get hurt. You got to stop playing hurley and Gaelic football
At like 22.
At 26. Yeah, seriously.
22, you
Yeah,
got
you got to stop. Yeah, it's too much.
Wildly dangerous.
Wow.
But then, now listen, American football, blokes running like freight trains, it's crazy.
Do you guys have jock straps at least?
We
Come
don't,
on.
What?
Where are you going to get one big? No, you don't. You don't. We don't have.
The Irish blokes have.
But don't bum. Sorry, that was just one of my stupid jokes. No, I mean, some of them. I played Gaelic for years, and just me,
That's
myself, and
wild.
Wow.
What age were you when you came to the U.S.?
I was 21 when I came here, and then I went back. I was 20, going on 21, and then I went back. I went to school on a football scholarship, soccer scholarship through college. They flew me over and paid for everything, and I had no chance of getting to college at home. So I got everything paid for, bumped the whole bit. It was a great ride. And then I went back home because I was on a student visa. I went back home for a few years and back and forth on holiday visas and forgetting to go home.
It'd be such a great reveal if you're like, oh, actually, I was born here.
Yeah. But you know what
I
it
just use
is?
this accent to pick
I'll
up
tell you, I'll
chicks.
give you a funny. I was doing a pilot in LA a couple of years back, and I pulled that trick that you're
Did
talking
you?
about. One of my mates, who was a really well-known actor, Matt Settle, he said to me, listen, go into the room and be American the minute you walk in. And just be American, and then give it to them on the way out who you really are. And they love being surprise casting directors, and I got the part. They love being like, they feel like the joke was pulled on them. They love that.
Yeah.
So I walked in as an American, this and that, and hey guys, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, okay, yeah, man. Everything cool.
That's amazing.
And then I, speed. It's speed. Your accent is speed. It was tough for me with accents. Like American is you just slow down and you lose your accent. You just talk slowly. Because in England and Ireland, it's all speed and it's ups and downs, right?
Yeah,
so,
in Spanish,
so,
too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I walked in as an American and did the whole sides, did it. Great. And I broke back into my Dublin accent. They were like, wait a minute. What is that? I said, I'm from
How come
Dublin.
people in the United Kingdom can do a better American accent than people in America do British and Irish accents? I don't get it.
Because Americans need to speed up. They just slow
it's
down.
easier to slow down than to speed up.
So you need to speed up when you want to do a Dublin accent, and we chop the words. Like we don't finish a word, we chop it at the end. Like we cut it.
Yeah.
You say it. Right. We cut it. We chop it. So you just chop words and speed them up, and then you have a British Isles accent, if you like.
But then we screw that up and it becomes Jamaican.
Or Australian.
It does. Anytime my friends and I
Well,
try
Australian
to do,
is
and I
like
try
a
to
very
become
hard
Jamaican,
accent,
vice
I
versa.
think. Yeah, you're right. Australian, I learned just from being on sets and stuff that from friends of mine that it's English accent. Only you drop your jaw, so it's just you talk and you just make your jaw drop, and that's what and that gives you the. If you can
Yeah.
hold and be like almost like RP English and just pull your jaw down and you have an Australian accent. Good day, mate. It's just
That's so
open
funny.
it, open it down. I mean, for the core accent. I don't mean like,
Right.
I have a good mate of mine. Are we?
Uh-oh.
Lights out.
Are we dead?
Lights out. Okay.
Oh, we
Well,
could keep
anyway, the food is here. So
Yeah.
good timing. We'll take
Yes.
our break. When we come back, we'll talk about upcoming things in Westchester, Liz's picks, and see what else is hopping around Westchester County.
Beautiful.
All right, we'll be right back.
Okay.
Back, the Out in Westchester podcast. We're coming to you from the Irish Bank at 230 East Hartsdale Avenue in Hartsdale, New York. 3 years they've been here right across from the train station, theirishbank.com. Trivia every Wednesday. And you can catch all of the Irish sporting events on their TVs, hurling, Gaelic football, and rugby.
And on Saturday and Sunday, they have brunch from 11 to 4. It includes a complimentary mimosa, Bloody Mary, or Prosecco with your brunch entree. And I've been here for that. And their Bloody Marys are amazing here.
I bet they're good, yeah.
They're really good.
We just got finished eating some of their food. How Irish was the food, Gary?
It was great. The curry chips were very good.
Yeah?
Very good. Yeah, just like at home. Very good.
Really?
Yeah, really good.
Nice.
See, anytime I go to an Irish place, I usually end up getting shepherd's pie.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
curry.
I don't know. I got to teach me.
Is that Irish? Is that
curry-
really
It's not
Irish?
like a
Shepherd's pie?
I
Or
to
is
be
that an
honest with you,
American Irish
it's-
thing?
I mean, it's more American Irish. Like corned beef and cabbage. I mean, no, we don't.
It's American Irish, right?
Yeah, I mean, we eat corned beef, but not like the way it is here. It's like
On like
you know,
St. Patrick's Day?
Paddy's Day. Yeah, Jesus. Oh my God.
Is it too much?
Do you drink a
Yeah.
lot of green beer over there too?
No, we
None?
don't. We listen. We
What?
We
We ruin
we,
it.
we stay
Americans ruin
sober on
everything.
St. Patrick's Day. We're drunk all the other days. No, we don't.
You're praying in church
Patrick's
to St.
Day.
Patrick's.
St. Patrick's Day is St. Patrick's Day is like
It's an American
really-
holiday,
it's,
right?
It's a big holiday at home. It's
It
a
is.
big deal. But over in America, especially
we
in
make it
New York,
ridiculous.
It's great. But it's huge. But look, and I lived in Manhattan for like the last 10, 12 years, and it would be the one day where it'd be like amateur night in Nebraska. That and New
Oh,
Year's
yeah.
Eve. I tried to get out of Dodge,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
but it's fun because it just gets sloppy a little bit. Like you
No,
know the way it gets.
St. Patrick was Italian, though.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. St. Patrick was
boy.
Italian.
Leave it to the Italians
Come
to
on.
bring that up.
Yeah. It's an Italian holiday.
All
We
the
just let you
saints.
guys use it.
All the saints are Italian, I guess,
Yeah.
right? That's why they're saints.
I think so. But he went over and he...
But he taught the pagans
taught the
Christianity, and he used the shamrock, the three divinity, Father, Son, the Holy Ghost, and that's why he would taught with the shamrock. That's where the shamrock came from.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, I didn't know
We're
that.
just educating everybody.
Some more
on
useless
this
information for you.
podcast.
here.
Dropping knowledge.
Is there such thing as a four-leaf clover?
There is.
There is.
There
Before,
is.
Yeah.
Oh.
You've never found one?
No.
I have.
You have.
I have.
Yeah, there's four-leaf clovers.
One day out in the field for a very long time, I found a four-leaf
How
clover.
did leprechauns start?
Leprechauns, it's a farmer's tale in the south and in the rural parts of Ireland, and there is farmers to this day that really believe that leprechauns have a heavy hand in their crops and in their fortune and in their wealth. So, back in the day, apparently there was people who believed in spells from leprechauns, and they really believed that leprechauns could make or break them. So you had to leave food out for leprechauns, and you had to
Wow.
you had to you couldn't plow certain parts of the land because leprechauns would live there, so you can't go near there, and you have to make sure everything's okay there. Oh yeah, it's like
Wow.
talk about
Superstition.
Oh my God,
Is it still kind of practiced today?
There's
And-
it is in very rural parts, but there's leprechauns in Dublin. You see them at about 11:30 right before closing. But no, but there is some superstitious parts in rural Ireland that they time, a lot of parts of
funny.
Ireland, time just passed it by and forgot about it. People living in a
The 1800s probably.
yeah,
still,
oh
right?
yeah, it's pretty amazing. And there's parts of England like that too. Parts of the British Isles like that. Scotland as well.
I've had a lot of friends go to Dublin recently.
Dublin is like
It's an easy flight.
it's the hub of Europe. Everybody
Yeah.
comes. You know the way it was like London back in the 90s. Everybody London. It's all Dublin.
Dublin now.
Go to Dublin, man. Dublin is the place to be. It's got the biggest off-Broadway underground theatre. Whole facade of theatres. People don't know this. That's a huge
that's cool.
off-Broadway
Yeah.
theatres in Dublin is phenomenal. The acting quality is second to none.
And what is the famous hotel that's right there?
The
in
Shelbourne.
town?
Yeah, Shelbourne is great. Right off of Grafton Street,
Yeah.
right beside Stephen's Green. Yeah, I ran the Dublin Marathon a few times. It was beautiful because I was running through my hometown and stuff.
Wait, what's Stephen's Green? Because that's also a bar in Tuckahoe.
Oh well, Stephen's Green is one of the most famous parts of Dublin City. It's on the south side. The River Liffey divides north side and south side of Dublin. And,
Okay.
Stephen's Green is up off a famous. It's a famous green where all the great poets and writers and anybody's are buried there, and there's history there, and it's overlooking this beautiful famous hotel called the Shelbourne, and it's most picturesque. Old big Georgian buildings. It's all gorgeous. Yeah, it's lovely.
Groupon, people, Groupon.
Yes.
There's a lot of Groupons
Yes.
to Dublin, and it's a great.
And it's great.
Trip.
It really is.
You had the most recommended dish here.
I did.
What did
I
you
had the
think?
Chicken curry. I loved it.
Yeah?
I didn't think it was spicy. My girlfriend said it's very spicy, but it's the most popular dish. Very, very fresh. I really liked it a lot. I like the rice better than the chips.
Yeah.
But
With chips or fries?
well, they're both. They're called chips, but they're really called fries here in
You know,
America.
you call chips. We
Yeah.
call them crisps.
Crisp.
Crisps. And
I'm learning a
chips.
lot.
Yeah.
This is the
My
most
goodness.
informative episode we've had yet.
Yeah.
I'm
This
thrilled.
really should be coming out on St. Patrick's Day for us.
true.
but-
We're going to put this in the bank. Sorry, Lux. You're going to miss your September 29th at the tattoo convention. Sorry about your Rudy's dates.
Just
now we have
replay
to do
it. Just
You know, it's
replay
always the look,
Yeah.
it's always the luck of the
Replay.
Irish. We got the luck of the Irish
God,
here.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Can't get rid of us.
Yeah.
Terrible. Terrible.
Liz,
It's good to believe in the luck of the Irish. Yeah.
you have some picks for us this
I
week.
do. This week coming up.
Yeah, this
There's
week
a lot
coming up.
going on.
There's so much happening out in Westchester,
It is
isn't there?
There is. There is. And it's all on my website, outinwestchester.com.
Mm-hmm.
Also follow us on Instagram at Out in Westchester or on Twitter in Westchester.
I saw you're putting up the clips now on Instagram.
Yeah,
It's great.
I'm trying to catch up because I did not have them till recently. But to do something sort of healthy, there is this yoga class that they're doing at Rye Town Park on the beach,
Oh.
Playland Beach, and it's from 6:45 to 8 on Wednesday, August 14th. So if you want to get out and stretch,
I
and-
heard about this.
yeah, it's a fun thing.
Not-
I actually
not hot
was
yoga,
just
though.
recently at Rye Beach
Cold yoga.
this last week. I told you I wanted
I
to go and check
heard-
out the barley house there.
They got blended drinks now.
They have a rosé that is a
frosé?
slushy. It's a frosé.
Frosé.
Yes, it's a frosé.
That sounds good.
That's so.
It was very good, and then
white
they
girl.
had two other ones that
I mean,
were
that's so
slushies.
good.
Yeah, I had to go check it out. They really revamped that whole entire what was Southside Johnny's is now the Barley House on the beach. They made the bar amazing. It's a big U-shaped,
saw it there,
big
yeah.
circular bar.
Aiden had a beach
The
day there, and I
food
saw
was
it right there.
excellent.
Kind of fancy though, isn't it? Like fancy.
They
looking
really
place.
made it fancy for.
Does that walk on the beach? Fancy foo-foo? Yes.
Not really. It's still walk on the
Yeah,
beach,
well-
on the boardwalk.
When
Yeah.
I was there the other day at the beach, it wasn't busy, and I think it's because we used to be able to just walk in there in our bikinis and
Right.
barefoot and just get a drink and go back down to the beach, and that is all changed.
Can't do that anymore.
No.
That's kind of
Well,
cool.
what if I'm a male with a camera? Can I go on the beach with the
You're a guy
bikinis
with
then?
camera.
Guy with camera.
And you
As
say
long
you're
as you're
a
willing to
photographer.
pay all the money
It
to
really-
get onto that
Yes, let's. We talked about this
long
our
as you pay
first
$1 million
episode.
First
to get
episode.
onto
It's
the
true.
beach.
It
How
is a
much did you
beautiful
spend?
beach now. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but oh
They
my
cleaned it
God.
up.
So parking for 2 hours was $15, and then another $50 and I for my mom to get into the beach. No, for 40. Another 40 to get into the
Oh
beach.
my
for
God,
the
that's
two of
too
us.
much.
Right.
It's a lot.
And for 2 hours. I was like, come on.
Wow,
This is silly.
that's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
It
All right,
It's
so
still a lot of money. There was
is
a lot of money in June when we talked about
I
this.
know, it's still
and it's
a lot of
still a lot of
There
money
were
in
people
August.
by us arguing about it. There were
Really?
people, yeah, this young couple that was there, this girl was cursing him out because she wanted to get food on the beach, and he was like, we just spent all our money getting onto the beach. And she was like, but I want this and I want that. And he was like, babe, what do you want me to do? We weren't planning on spending all this money today. And they were having an argument. And I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
If you really want an option, just drive out to Southampton, go to Cooper's Beach, $50 to park. You get on the beach, it's parking all day. They've got a concession there, and it's a beautiful beach with actually the Atlantic Ocean.
Right, you could actually drive to some beautiful, areas.
Yeah, go
It's
out to the
just
Hamptons for
when
the
you want
day.
to stay local. It's like, why is it so expensive?
Because
Why?
it's Westchester
I
County.
know. I know.
All right, so continuing on with my picks for the week, there is Little Baby, Da Baby, and Pop Smoke.
What did you say?
Concert. Little Baby, Da Baby, and Pop Smoke.
I don't know what you're saying.
They're rappers, baby.
What are we talking about?
They're rappers. They're playing at the county center.
Okay, how many
on the
people was that?
14th. There's 3 people.
Okay, give me each of them.
Little Baby,
That's one of them.
Da Baby,
That's the second one?
and Pop Smoke.
That's 3 or 4 people
There's
then.
3 people.
Okay, Pop Smoke is one.
Yes. Da Baby
The baby
and Little Baby.
and little baby.
Is it like
there.
L-I-L? Is it L-I-L?
L-I-L,
So
Lil Baby.
Lil
Lil Baby.
Lil
Lil
And how
Baby.
was Da Baby
Da
spelled?
D-A. Da Baby. And Pop Smoke.
Don't ever forget Pop Smoke.
Ew. So that's on Wednesday, August 14th at 8 o'clock. Tickets are available on the Westchester County Center website. Since we were talking about your event coming up there in September,
yeah.
I thought I'd take a look to see what was happening there because
That's
they always
awesome.
have really great
They do always have
concerts
cool things
there.
going
On September 7th, they also have UB40
Oh my
coming
God.
up if you want to get tickets for that.
UB40.
UB40 along with Shaggy.
Together?
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting mix.
Well, UB40 is featuring Ali and Astro with Shaggy, so I have to make
Sounds like
sure
a real
I
love
mention
shack going
everybody.
on.
Yeah. There's an Eagles tribute band coming up at Saxon Grill in Scarsdale. They're called Eagles Fast Lane Tribute Band. They start at 8. They go to 11. That's also with the barbecue. I think it's ladies' night. It's usually $15 for ladies to get in, $25 for guys. So it includes a buffet barbecue, and also if you're into the Eagles, they'll be playing all night. Rob Thomas is playing at the Capitol Theater on Friday,
Westchester resident.
August
Yeah,
16th.
Bedford, isn't
Yeah.
Before you get to the next one, UB40, is that Red Wine or Love
Yes.
Shack?
No, it's
Red
red
Wine.
wine.
Which one's Love Shack?
That was
That's
WD-40?
no, it's B52s.
B-52s. Okay.
That's a spray, isn't it? WD-40.
Yeah.
I know there's some numbers involved,
Little
but you
baby.
can get this.
The baby.
The baby.
Saxon Woods.
Pop Smoke.
I don't know.
Pop Smoke.
Smoke.
Rattling is so easy.
And then, of course, Radlin's
Yeah,
playing.
it's easier.
Radlin's playing on September 6th at Rudy's. You could buy tickets in advance for that,
Yeah,
of course.
listen, just show up and go crazy.
Hey, that doesn't count as a
9:30,
pick. I already
9:30,
announced that one.
9:30, all right.
That doesn't count as your pick. I already said that one.
I have 3.
You still have 3,
I have
yeah.
3. I have 3. And then there's this big Hudson Valley Rib Fest that's going on in Ulster County, which is only an hour ride, but it's an all-day event. It's all weekends coming up, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. And it's about an hour north in New Paltz. So if you're into an all-day festival and you want to do a Rib Fest, hey,
Yeah.
it's on the website. Check it out in westchester.com.
Nice. You can
Yeah,
find all sorts of
cool.
events there. Mm-hmm. And for comedy events, I'll throw mine in there, Lucy'sLaughLounge.com. By the time this comes out, we will have Shauna Lane, a Hawthorne resident. She has her monthly showcase at Lucy's.
What night
We
is
had
that?
her booked to do our show Saturday, August 10th. She had to cancel. She got sick.
Yeah.
But we'll have her back on soon for sure.
Well, when this comes out on August 11th,
Oh, damn it. Wait.
it's August 11th, baby.
Oh. I forgot what day it was.
Papa Chubby.
Little
will
baby,
be-
the baby. Papa Smoke.
Papa Chubby will be at Lucy's Lounge over there.
Yes.
Playing Sunday nights. So when this comes out, Papa Chubby, if you want to get out of the house for a little bit,
Yeah.
he's playing over. He's a big blues.
Tickets are
artist. Yeah. And then Bernie's playing there another 2 weeks.
Saw that. I
on
heard the first one
28th.
was unbelievable.
Sold out.
Yeah.
Always.
Great guy, of course. A friend of the show.
100. Yeah.
That was really fun last week
That
with
was
Bernie.
fun.
It was
Yeah.
cool.
We'll have him on again. He enjoyed this podcast.
Good.
Everybody's been enjoying it because we feed them.
I know.
We
No
give them free
pressure,
drinks.
Gary and Lux. Did you have fun?
I like
my God,
it. I like
fantastic.
it.
Before we forget, and I know we'll do our what have we been doing in the area.
Yeah.
Friday, I went to the Hudson Valley Renegades game in Wappinger Falls, Dutchess County Stadium.
Okay.
Beautiful park,
Yeah.
beautiful field, really community based. They have the fans and the kids doing stuff throughout the whole thing. They've got a big blow up slide, a bouncy castle, affordable tickets.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really,
really
really
cool.
great night out. Like, spent $50 on 3 tickets, 5 rows behind home plate.
Oh, fantastic.
They do games on the field with guests every half inning. It's just really, really special. I definitely highly recommend anybody, if Thursday or Friday or Saturday, go up there, about 45 minutes, an hour away.
Right.
Check out the
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Rays affiliate minor league team.
It's summertime, so it's
Cool.
nice to take
There's,
an hour ride
actually
somewhere.
Also tonight, I know in Madison Square Garden, Queen are playing tonight. Mates of mine are going, but it's with Adam Lambert, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And tough shoes to fill, Freddie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean they're playing tonight in the Garden. So
I heard somewhere that there were other options to have fill that role with Freddie,
Yes.
but they didn't want someone who sounded exactly like Freddie because it would just be like a disservice. And
they wanted to go in a totally different spin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And listen, it's no one's Freddie. He's just
Yeah.
there's Freddie, and then that's it. That's why, Plant was interviewed years ago, and he said when Bonham died, he said he used the table scenario. He said when a leg falls off the table doesn't stand up anymore. We're finished. That's it. There's no his Bonham's son is a great drummer, but it's not John Bonham.
Right.
So that was the agreement, the 4 lads together, and it's kind of like that with Freddie. I think they're kind of going in a different direction deliberately because they don't want to try and recreate the genius that they had with Freddie,
Otherwise, just an imitation.
And then it's just a
Yeah.
tribute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever write any songs?
Yeah, we have lots. We have a bunch. We have over 100
Of originals?
songs. We're gonna start telling them in. Yeah,
you should bring them in.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. In
'Cause
fact,
I-
we were just talking. We were just working on a few at the moment. Yeah.
I asked Carlo for
my
some
God.
theme music for this
Oh, yeah.
podcast.
He's a genius.
He sent me 6 things right away.
By the
I
way,
asked a few people actually if they
go-
wanted to do the theme music, and Carlo was like, "Sure, no problem." And he
Right
sent
on the
me
spot. Boom.
5 or 6 clips.
Have you seen him in Rev Switch with his brother? His brother
Oh,
Anthony
they're incredible.
Fragnito is as good a bass player as Carlo is a guitar player, and that's huge to say.
And then Steve Bungee's on drums. Incredible.
Phenomenal. 3 of them, and it's all like it's not much vocal. It's instrumental mostly, but they're just 3 of them are just genius. Rev Switch.
They sing.
Little
They
plug.
sing.
Yeah, but it's more like the music.
And it's
is
all
just-
original music.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll get them on.
I'm
They're
still waiting
great.
for someone to write us a theme song with lyrics.
You wanted lyrics?
Yeah.
We could do that.
Why?
We could
That'd
do
be
that.
amazing if it
Ratlin will
opens
do
with
that for you.
Greg and Liz knowing what's going on in Westchester.
you know what?
I
Well,
don't
you
know.
didn't tell me you wanted that.
That's
So
just-
guess what? Ratlin will do that for you.
No, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'll just.
If anyone can do it, it's
Some like hokey,
it's
like
this crew.
90s or 80s sounding theme. Wow.
Nah, we'll just.
I
guess
want
what?
rock
Fun and
roll.
silly.
I
We'll
want
just
rock and
we'll
roll.
just Zeppelin and Van Halen it out for you, mate. And
Wow.
yeah, I'll do it.
I want
Wow.
something rocking.
We'll rock it out.
Yeah.
You need a kick in the face.
Yeah, yeah.
We do.
Very cool.
I like
Time
the
to
energy.
update, upgrade. This is episode 10.
Yeah.
We don't deserve a theme song, but if we're going
We
to do
do.
one,
Actually, we do.
we
Why
do.
not?
You and I discussed when we started that
We did.
after
10 episodes is the mark.
Well,
10
what we'll do is I'll
episodes
just
is the
speak to
mark.
Rags, and he has all the Rags and Lula. 2 of them are. Our bass player Lula Pietra is just a genius too. He's one of
Yeah.
the nicest blokes and a fabulous bass player and a great singer.
Yeah.
And I just want to tell about the lads.
I love Rattlin'. They're one of my favorite bands.
Oh, I'm thrilled. I can't wait to see them at Rudy's on August.
Yeah.
September 6th. So I almost got it.
It is
September
actually-
28th.
you had it,
That was
Frank.
close.
I love them so much, and I was following them for the longest time that, Lou was like, listen, why don't you just have access to our Facebook page?
She does. She
and
Oh,
I go
wow.
live at their shows, and I
You do the
pretend like
videos. They're
I
great.
do the videos for
We
Rattlin'.
were looking at them before we got
yeah,
here.
Yeah, I have a certain look to my videos, but yeah, I do all of them.
yeah, she does great
Sometimes I actually film it and then I clip things together, just for certain
We
bands
have
that
a
ask
couple
me.
of people that just iPhone video it, but it's all and it just keeps doing it, but which is
Yeah.
great. We love it, but sometimes Liz edits and cuts
Yeah.
and stuff. So we have the best of both worlds. We have like
I add
through live.
words.
That's
yeah,
good. Yeah, we have great people that follow us. It's really great. We love them all dearly.
And
They're
your
great.
your set list is so mixed up too. Like, are you going to be my girl?
Yeah.
And then you'll do
Pump
like,
It Up. We did Pump It Up the other night
girls, or you do
Yeah.
some Van Halen.
Oh, lots of Van Halen.
Then you do Led Zeppelin. Then you do some
AC/DC.
Yeah.
Kicking it. Lots of Queen.
He gets off stage. He lets the guys rock, and then he comes back on. He shakes it, and he turns around, and it's like, hey, here I am. I love it. The show alone.
Put down me Jamesons. I'm back.
I like how you said
Show alone
Jameson
is
plural. Put down my Jamesons.
Got that
Yeah.
Oh God.
Put them down one by one.
Thanks,
Sorry.
Very
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. My favorite. One of my favorites in Westchester.
One thing I
Definitely
wanted
have to see them.
One thing I wanted to ask Lux, and I've been dying to know about this. So you have a following on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, everything. People follow. You have fans.
Right.
Your fans are a little bit different than the Rattlin' fans. They admire not your music, but the other
Right.
art you put
My
out
nudity.
there. Yeah. Have you ever had an experience where someone walked into a bar you were working at and recognized
I was
you?
bartending at Rudy's, and I had this guy. I mean, it's happened a few times, but I had this guy just be like, "Hey, Lux," and just like start a conversation with me as if we knew each other for years. And I'm like, it threw me off that he called me Lux, because my regular friends call me by my real name, and people at the bar just call me Leanne. But
Jane?
so it's okay.
Edit.
No. Everyone knows my name. Everyone knows
Just
my
put a
name is Leanne. It's
bleep in
fine.
there.
It's
Yeah,
fine. It's
yeah.
totally fine. But so I was already like, so I guess you know me from Instagram, from Suicide Girls, And then he's just like, yeah, and he started a conversation about like one of my cats. And I'm like, bro, I don't know you.
Oh my God.
Like, I
Was
don't
it
know. Like,
creepy
you
kind of thing?
are following me. I'm not following you. We're not friends.
Yeah.
It's okay if you're a follower and you're like, hey, I know you from Instagram, blah, blah, blah. I've been out in White Plains where people have been like, oh, you're a Suicide Girl. Like, can we take a picture? I'm like, sure, of course. Like, I'll follow you back on Instagram, whatever. But to think that you just know my life is creepy. That's
Lux, does it
very
get a bit?
creepy.
Do you get sometimes a little scared from?
Yeah.
I did get
mean,
nervous
they're
about that.
crazy
Luckily, it
people.
was just like in the middle of the afternoon, and like there's staff there, or whatever. But I did get a little bit nervous because I'm like, why does he think it's okay to just let me know that he knows me so aggressively, And then I was a little bit weird about like
You're
him.
looking behind you,
I was
walking
like,
to your car.
Yeah, I was like, I
seriously,
hope he doesn't know which car is mine. I hope he doesn't know. Like that weirded me out a little bit.
Yeah,
be
that's
careful.
the
Yeah,
scary
I'm
part
always very careful.
about
Yeah.
social media, and especially what you put up on there.
Yeah, and if someone was
Yeah.
just like, hey, like I'm a fan, that would not have been weird.
Yeah.
It was the way he just acted like we were friends and he knew my life. That creeped me out. Super creepy.
Too personal.
But it's happened. I've run
Yeah.
into people that are like, I know you, you're online. I'm like, yeah, cool.
Do you have one of those like wish lists? Do people send you things like gifts?
I used to do that, and I used to get like, or sometimes I'll throw one on because people will be like, I want to send you Christmas stuff, and I'm like, I'm not giving you my address.
You do like a P.O.
But
box?
I'll do like a little, and I'll do like a little Christmas thing sometimes, or like a birthday thing, and I'll do like stuff
I
that's
have a
photo
P.O. box.
shoot.
I have
Do
a
you?
P.O. box.
That's
Just send
smart.
it to me. I'll give it
That's
to you.
smart. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll do stuff that's photo shoot related, like lingerie stuff and like
course.
hair stuff and like whatever,
Anybody ever send you anything you didn't ask for? Anything
No.
weird?
No, I didn't get
that's good.
anything weird. Thank God. Thank God. Now, I didn't even think about that. Now I'm going to worry about that.
They will now.
I
I'm
thought-
actually surprised that you haven't gotten anything weird.
Check your P.O. box next week.
I mean, there were times where I got like a pretty dress thing or like a bathing suit thing, and I'm like, did I put this on the list? Like maybe not, But I was like, this is cute, and I'll like wear it, and I'll put it on Instagram and be like, thanks, whoever sent this,
That's hysterical.
Thanks so much for this random gift, but no, I don't think I'm in any danger of getting like anthrax in the mail or anything like that. I'm not that important.
How many tattoos do you
I'm not
have?
that relevant. I'm not scared of anyone doing a.
How many tats do you have?
I lost count. I think at some point I'm just gonna call this sleeve one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is it just
I'm
one?
just gonna be like, that's one.
That looks like the Rolling Stones over here with
it
this
does,
mouth.
right?
Yeah.
It's a mouth that has fangs and a bullet.
Ooh,
But
is that what's in the middle
very,
there? I
yeah,
see.
It's like bite the bullet.
I see. Bite the bullet.
That's my own version of bite the bullet.
So
But
how
yeah,
many?
I think I want to say maybe 20 or so.
Okay.
Around the 20s. I stopped counting. Just collecting. I'm a collector.
Because you just sort of mold them into one.
Yeah, they're just forming one.
You'll never stop, right? Ever.
No, I think I always, like people make up these excuses everyone here for not having tattoos.
Well, mine is legit.
Everyone here has
tattoo.
everyone here has an excuse. But the
Mike
one,
says I'm afraid.
No, the most common tattoo I've heard.
time.
I've had a lot of people say, "Well, I'm too old to start now." Why? You still have skin. Why are you too old to start tattooing? That's such bullshit.
I figured I'd
I
wait
would
till
get a
I'm 80.
tattoo.
Yeah.
I would get a tattoo at 80. I would keep
Yeah.
tattooing as
Yeah.
if I'm alive. I'm going to keep tattooing.
And I know it's
Like,
pretty much going to stay where it is and not sag as I got
Right,
older.
right.
But at 80, I think I'm pretty good.
Oh, you know what? People ask me, what my tattoos are going to look like when I get old. And I'm like, old, because I'm going to be old. Like, I don't know any really sexy 90-year-olds anyway, so who cares if I'm tattooed or not,
This is true.
right? Like,
Wow,
I don't
now
plan
that
on
you put
I
it
don't
like
plan on
that.
looking really
Carpe
hot
diem.
at 90 either way. So it doesn't matter if I'm tattooed or not.
Burn victims have an excuse.
Wow, really?
Ouch.
I mean, yeah, ouch. It would hurt.
How?
I don't think it would show up well.
How do they determine the cost of a tattoo? Since we don't have any and you do, can you give us an idea, a general idea?
Everyone has different ways, but it can be by the amount of hours. It could be by the amount of how large the piece is, how detailed the piece is.
Right.
Someone who's getting like an entire back piece, this could take several sessions.
Right.
So you're paying per session.
So it
now.
goes by the hour?
So it could. Some places do by the hour. Some places do by the piece.
Okay.
The size of it, how intricate it is.
And the
So
price
it could really
varies.
vary. Yeah, it could really vary. I mean, you could have a $300 tattoo on your back. You can have a $6,000 tattoo. I mean, it could just really vary.
Everything that you have on your body, did you design yourself or did you?
Yeah, I worked it out with an artist because
Okay.
I
At
cannot
the shop
draw for the
or
life of me.
a separate artist, and then you bring the.
I'll come up with ideas. Sometimes I've sketched something on a napkin, or sometimes I pull something up from the internet, and I'm like, I want to combine this and this and this.
Right.
And then they either draw it out, or they can even go into Photoshop now, pull different pieces, blend it together, make it their own unique thing. I give my artist the ideas that I want, and I let them do their artist thing. I'm like, you're the artist, you run with this. This is what my idea is. And it always comes out great when you let the artist do their thing.
Do you ever experience, like, a friend of yours ever say, "Oh my God, I went in for this tattoo and it came out like crap, not anything like I wanted"? Like, what happens then?
So I've had friends say this, but it's usually because they didn't go to a shop, and usually they just went to like a friend of a friend who does tattoos. You know,
Like
it's
in their
kind
house,
of
sort
like
of
right. It's
thing.
kind of like a friend of a friend who can fix cars. Like, I'm sure he could fix
And he
your
does
car, but
tattoos too.
it might only run for a week, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of that same situation. You get what you pay for kind
Okay,
of deal. So
okay.
I've had some disappointed friends because they got a cool deal from an acquaintance that was charging $50
Okay.
for any and
Right.
and they're not happy. I'm like, well, you set yourself up for that.
But the shop is really responsible. If you don't like your tat, they'll usually fix it to the point.
I would
where-
imagine that. Yeah, I would imagine that they would work on it.
Okay.
Maybe cover it up.
Cover it up,
or-
do something
yeah.
else, right?
But yeah, art is I've seen some really cool cover-ups. I mean,
Okay.
you can do a lot with art.
Because, if you have something that you want to put on your body and it doesn't come out exactly
Ex-husband's
from the
name.
artist,
Right.
the way it looks like on a piece of paper, because the body is shaped. It's always curved everywhere. And if you don't like the way it looks, it's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, that doesn't
A
look
lot of
anything
people
like
that
my
don't like
drawing.
their tattoos, it's probably because they didn't take their tattoo artist advice. Some people come in with, I want this and I want it this way. And the tattoo artist says, yeah, but if you did this, and they're like, no, this is what I want. Okay.
Oh,
And then you
what you gotta
get
get.
what you
Right,
get. Right.
right.
Let an artist do their thing.
Yeah.
And it'll come out so much better than you even imagined.
Right.
Let
Got a
artists be
weird question
artists. Mm-hmm.
for you. If you had to, for whatever reason, get a swastika
Oh, God.
tattooed on you,
Wait,
where would you get it?
Wait, I'm going to throw you for a loop now.
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming you don't have
Jewish.
one.
I'm Jewish. So I'm definitely
So it's even
not
worse.
getting a swastika.
Oh my
But
God.
I am a Dominican Jew, and I am not getting a swastika.
all right,
Not
all right,
happening.
Whoa.
And I will argue with you about this.
all right. You have to
boy.
get.
Oh boy.
Where do you go now?
What was the
Damn it.
question?
It's gonna be where
No,
would
like
you
the-
get it to
no,
keep
I
it
just
hidden?
No,
On someone
couldn't
else. Would you hide it?
I could not hide it.
Would you
with
hide
my
it
line of
among your
work.
tattoos or somewhere else?
I guess if I was going to put something really offensive
Really
on my
offensive,
body, it would have
yes.
to be hidden amongst my tattoos.
That's what I was curious about. But then, wouldn't people be looking at your tattoos then and say, "Oh, what the fuck is that"?
Yeah.
That's the first time
I
I've
mean,
cursed in
yeah.
this episode.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah, it would be. They would have to get really in there and be like,
You'd have to get in there because I
You know
think
where
it's
they-
better that than like hidden somewhere,
Someone
and then
asked
someone's
me
like,
if I was
"Why
really-
is that there?"
Someone asked me the other day if I was really like picky about my tattoos. I'm like, yeah, I am, but there are certain tattoos I just want to get for fun. And they're like, but what if you regret it? I'm like, I have so many.
At this
I
point,
mean,
yeah.
I have enough that at some point I forget about some of my tattoos. When
Right.
someone asks me which girl's on which thigh, I have to look because I forgot which girl's on which thigh.
And
So
they
I
move.
just right. So if I got some if I got something funny, I wouldn't even.
You know-
I don't know. It's just kind of I've reached a point of not.
Yeah.
Not that I don't care. I do care. I'm just not as obsessive. If I had no tattoos and I was putting one on my arm, then they would stand out immensely.
Right.
It's
The lower lip is the best place to hide, a
hide.
tattoo.
that's true.
Underneath?
you can get it in the
Yeah,
lip.
in here.
You can get a
I've
tattoo
seen
in your lip.
people in
Yeah,
here
yeah.
get a tattoo.
It's funny with the laser hair removal. We were actually talking about this when we took a break. The laser hair removal in aesthetics. If you have a tattoo in there,
It's
if you
gonna
do
fade it.
laser,
It's
no,
fade it.
you could burn it.
Oh,
You can burn it. It'll pick up on the melanin of the tattoo and it can sizzle.
So you burn a hole right through your skin?
You could you could hear a popping sound on the inside.
Oh God.
We talked about this in class. Yeah. You have to be so careful. So I love laser hair removal, but I have to be so careful because I have a lot of tattoos.
Have you ever removed a tattoo?
I haven't.
Okay.
I have not. I don't know if I would or not. I will never say never, but no.
do you have any tattoos that you would remove if it was free and painless? And whatever? Is there any that you're like, you know what, I could do without this one?
No,
None of
I don't know. I'm pretty sold on my work. So far, so good.
What's your favorite tattoo?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I have a lot of them are favorites. Okay, so John Sweeney at Hard Knocks Tattoo. I've been working with him for many years. He's incredible. He did this clock, and it's a broken clock, and the time on it is
That
1,
is
2, 3,
beautiful.
4. I love it, and it's a piece that I kind of dedicated to my dad who passed away. So this piece means a lot to me, and I think it's just really well done work. So that might be the fave.
Nice.
I like that piece. a lot.
Time.
Yeah.
You do some time, don't you? You
Oh,
do
yeah.
like some Pink Floyd. Do you do time, or do you do
No, we do comfortably numb.
Comfortably Numb? Is
We
that
do,
usually at the end of the night? What's the last
Yeah,
song
we
you
do,
usually
we
do?
We do money,
Money.
and then we go. What's the first one we do? Oh God, I can't. There's a song before that. I can't think of it.
Not Wish You Were Here.
No, something into money, into comfortably numb. Come on, lads. What is it?
I don't
know.
know.
Anyway, I'll
I
think
don't
of it.
know.
in a minute.
But you do play some.
remember.
Yeah, we
some
do.
Pink
Yeah,
Floyd.
a little, not
Yeah.
not a lot.
No, not a lot.
It's because it tends to be down music. We high energy stuff. A
Right.
lot of like Van Halen and Zeppelin, of course. I mean, you can never do. I saw this great picture actually. Someone sent me my phone. There's no such thing as too much Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
The greatest band in the world. I
All
mean,
things lead to
oh
Led
my
Zeppelin.
God, yeah, they do. I
They
mean,
do.
what a great. I mean, boy,
So besides your music career, you're an actor.
yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about that?
No.
No.
Yeah, sure.
So
Of
how
course,
can
of course.
somebody get in touch with you? Because I know do you have an agent?
Yeah, I have a.
You've been on Broadway.
I've done off Broadway.
Off-Broadway.
and Broadway houses throughout the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were in Cabaret last year.
I was in Cabaret at in the famous Arcade Theatre in
Down in
Florida.
Florida,
That's when my little son Aiden had a meltdown because I was gone for three and a half months.
Right.
And now it's to the point where I go to the kitchen. Where are you? You know.
that's
So that's why I've been turning down an awful lot of work since then.
Yeah, yeah.
I turned down some Broadway tours actually.
You did.
Yeah.
It's hard
But
to
anyway,
go across the country
it's
like
hard.
that.
It's hard to go
here.
away. Like,
Yeah.
you say, okay, I'm going away and I'll see it in a year. I'll see it in 14 months.
Right.
I'll see it in 2 years.
Especially at that
One of my
age,
best friends
yeah.
is 3 years away with Wicked, and I'm like, I wish you're great, but I couldn't do that.
But there's a lot of theater in New York
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
that you really would be great at.
I work close to home. I do a lot of off Broadway.
Okay.
I do a lot of regional theatre, like in the big theatres throughout, like the North Shores and.
Is there a
Main State.
website or anything there
so
people can see?
You can just Google me and you'll get all my
Gary
stuff.
Troy.
Yeah, and that's my theatre, and then I film on television side too.
Yeah.
My agent for that is in.
You
is
do
in LA.
voiceover?
I do lots of voiceovers.
Yeah.
And I do. I was on. A lot of different things here and there.
What's your favorite thing to do
Oh boy.
out of all your skills?
God, I think.
Can you narrate my life, by the way? Just like walk alongside me all day, just talk about
say
things.
your life.
boy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Frank walked down the street.
You know, I thought that, I think live stage is dear to my heart because of the simple
Yeah.
fact I was telling Frank earlier is you get one chance at it, and you know that one
Yes.
chance, and you
Right.
mess it up. There's no redos. But I did love
But no one knows when
television-wise.
you
I
mess
loved
up.
Boardwalk Empire.
You were on that?
Yeah, season 2, I got killed. I ended up face down with my throat slit, with my fingers gone in the toilet, and my mates were like, "That's Gary on a typical Friday night." So, what's the big deal? Typing. But yeah, so no.
A lot of practice at that one.
Yeah, face down the toilet. Okay. It's like Gary, he's here again. But no, I thought that was great for the simple fact that the whole production was fantastic. HBO were great, and the whole cast were amazing, and you know everybody. I couldn't say enough about them, and it was just a dear to my heart. That was. But I ended up getting this bloke was following me for like Owen Slater, good mate of mine, Charlie Cox, who is now Daredevil on Netflix. He's Daredevil, and he's anyway. He catches up with me, and I'm in a pub, and you can actually the scene that I get killed in is on. Google. You'll Google it. You'll see.
I have to Google it. Yeah.
It's called Peg of Old. Was the episode I got killed in,
Okay.
and I played a character named what was my character? Del Grogan, and I was a traitor to the IRA, to the cause. So I was getting hunted down by this bloke who eventually just literally bumps into me in a pub, and we're having this very interesting conversation, like feeling each other out back and forth, and I'm talking with a totally different accent in this because I'm from Belfast, you know, so I'm talking like that all the time. It's very hard to understand me.
Yeah.
So it's a different whole energy. But it was filmed in Brooklyn in the Naval Boatyard. Actually, the whole boatyard is turned into a boardwalk. It's amazing. Anyway, he goes out, he follows me to the bathroom, and I'm ready with a knife, and we fight. And we have this huge fight, and I almost had him, but he gets the better of me in the end, and he slices my fingers off because he garrots me. And my fingers pop off. It's funny actually and then he gets me through. And
I'm clipping this on the.
What's interesting is
in the comments of the episode.
They take an impression of your hand, and they're like, you know, it's funny. You're on set, and they're like, okay, you know, Gary's hand is coming across set. They have a hand. You're watching. That's my hand.
Weird.
And they're like, and there's a bloke ahead of me, atop of me, and there's like a bloke with like a $200,000 camera, you know,
exactly.
smacking me in the back of the head.
Right.
And he's right there trying to get it, and there's a bloke with
Close
like,
up.
all the CGI later. They CGI it in later, but the blood is real. Like, you know, there's a guy, and there's a guy with my fingers. He's cut you're watching him sawing your fingers off on the plate, and he's, I got his fingers. Great.
Oh, that's
and you're
creepy.
fighting, and the guy's like, and all of a sudden, okay, let go of the fingers, and then it's my fingers dropping in the toilet, right? In the urinal,
Creepy.
right like this.
Fantastic.
And you're like, and you know, it's just you got to be in it. Like you're in it when you're in the scene. It's okay because you're just in it.
Yeah.
But you should, if you want to see a crazy scene, go watch it's on Google.
That's great.
I can't. You know, you'll just
Love
know,
it.
Yeah, face down the urinal, whatever.
We are just about out of time. I already told you what I've done last week. Where you been lately in Westchester? Anything new you checked out?
Just play. You mean band-wise? Or
No,
just general?
experience-wise.
Oh, yeah. You know, so one of my favourite restaurants to
Yeah.
go to is in Portchester, and it's called. Oh God, what is the name of it? It used to be the old Willett House, I believe. It's called Saltaire.
Saltaire.
Do you know it?
Yeah.
I do.
Do you know it?
I do.
So I love it because it reminds me of Wolfgang's in the city on 34th Street and Park, and it's got that German tile feeling to it. And you
Yes.
can go in and you can have oysters and you can have your meal at the bar. It's a beautiful drinks. The drinks are big and it's
Great
a great
happy
atmosphere.
hour.
Great happy hour.
Wednesdays, they do have live music there.
Do they?
Yeah.
And then there's a beautiful dining room inside, and
Yeah.
food is fantastic. I mean, steaks and beautiful.
Great private room too. I've been there for engagement party.
So that to me is like, you know, now that I'm not in the city, we just moved out of the city because we have the little bloke, and you know, he's
Yeah.
everything. So I'm just happy that he allows me to live with him. You know? But he, you know, so now that when we do get to go out, it's like that's our go-to place.
Nice.
I absolutely love it.
Liz, anything new for you? Anything?
Yeah, I just ate at the Irish Bank. And I have to say, it was
Brilliant.
delicious.
Yeah.
And they have a great happy hour here from 3 to 7.
I'm going to be back
Monday
here.
through
This is great here.
Friday.
Yeah.
They also have NFL specials at the bar. They also have this beautiful private party space that we're sitting in right now that you should inquire about. On Sunday, I talked about their brunch. Monday, they have half-price wings here from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. On Tuesday, they have 3 tacos for $6 from 6 to 10. Wednesday, kids meal $5 from 5 to 8, ages 12 and under. On Thursday, half price bottles of wine with app or entree from 6 to 10. Friday, 6 oysters for $10. Friday and Saturday, late night menu specials, $10 after 10 p.m. And then, of course, their Bankers Happy Hour from Monday through Friday from 3 to 7. So,
Go.
Great.
yeah.
Sounds good.
Lux, you
Irish
checked
Bank.
out anything recently? Westchester?
This afternoon, I actually had lunch at Emma's Ale House in White Plains.
How was that? I
So
haven't been
good.
yet.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good. I love that it's on Getney. I think it's Getney Street or Getney Road. I'm not sure, but it's off the beaten path from like the chaos in White Plains.
It's right off. Yeah, I
you
know.
know, it's
where it
not
is.
near the strip.
Yeah.
So but the food there is incredible. I always go for this roasted beet salad. That's what I had today with goat cheese and
lovely.
delicious, so yummy. And it's like, and the portions are huge, so you can have half of it, save the half for later. I love that. If I'm
Nice.
gonna be a lazy
That's a great
day,
area right
Yeah.
there too.
like save half for dinner.
That's a great
I always
area.
see
So
their
good.
It's right by Sam's, isn't it? It's right down the road
Yeah.
from Sam's at Getney
Yeah.
Way. I've been there.
I always see their
Emma's.
bus stop
Yummy.
advertisements with the dog,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's a little mascot.
Mm-hmm. They
How
have
about
a little
you,
dog
Frank?
water bowl out there.
Hudson Valley Renegades. I want to because I knew I'd forget. So yeah.
I went
Great
to a
night
really
out.
great place this weekend. It was in Nyack, though, called Hudson Terrace.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Hudson.
It's right on the water, is it?
It's right on Main Street. Oh man, I forget it, but it was delicious. It's
I
in
heard of
Nyack,
this.
though.
Everyone said it's
Nyack?
very nice.
Yeah, it's right on Main
Nyack
Street.
is a bit of a scene, isn't it?
We'll check that out
There's
when we
a
do
lot on
Out in
Main
Rockland
Street.
podcast.
Yeah, we have to go over there in Rockland. There's where Jimmy Tate plays at.
Yeah, he plays that.
Maybe we'll
over
do a
there.
bonus episode.
Yeah,
Find a thing.
over there.
That'd be
And then,
tough.
of course, Red Hat's always one of my favorites. I've been there for
Oh,
dinner
yeah.
recently. I love that place. Right
That's
on the
good.
water. Yeah.
All right, we got to wrap it up. Thank you all so much. Lux Suicide. Check out her on Instagram and OnlyFans.com/Lux Suicide. September 29th at the Westchester Tattoo Convention, hosting Addicted to Ink's Miss Inked pageant.
Yes.
Gary Troy, frontman of Ratlin. Big difference, lead singer and frontman. You are absolutely an incredible frontman. September 6th, Rudy's. September 14th, Irish Fest Mamaroneck. And then September 28th, back at Rudy's.
Yeah.
Liz, check out outinwestchester.com for everything that she's up to. You will see her everywhere. If there's live music or comedy, she'll be there.
And all of our podcasts are right there online now. And if you're interested in
yeah.
hosting us or sponsoring us or advertising during our podcast, please reach out to us. There's a link right there on the website, outinwestchester.com.
Yeah, and you have an
Nice.
Instagram, right?
We have Instagram,
cool.
outinwestchester.com. I'm on Twitter
Perfect.
too.
Yay.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks very much for having us. Bye. Oh, that was great.
Fun.